Hello students, today we will study class 7th geography chapter number 7 human environment, settlement, transport and communication. In previous topic we have discussed about settlement, and in settlement we have discussed about urban settlement, rural settlement and scattered settlement, and one was compact settlement, last one was. Okay, today we will discuss about transport. So transport is the means by which the people and goods move from one place to another. Okay, so there are many means of transport, but in olden time there were no means of transport, so that the people were using their feet, means on foot they were going for the longer distances, and it was time taking, means for reaching a short distance of 100 kilometer they were taking nearly one day. Okay, so in this way they were facing problems, and nowadays with the help of scientific discoveries the great invention was wheel. So wheel was invented, and it was the revolution for the people, and it made the transport very easier. So with the help of wheel many new vehicles were invented, and the invention of vehicles were very good for the people, and so it made the people's life very easy. Nowadays we have you can see aeroplanes. Okay, so aeroplanes are available. Aeroplanes are available. Buses are there. Okay, buses are there, cars are there, okay, and motorbikes are available. So there are many means of transport, and that is aeroplane, bike, bus, car. But in olden time animals were used, just like buffaloes, not buffaloes, bullocks, horse, camels and yaks. So these were used. Nowadays also animals are used in North America and in Tibet. So llamas are used in North America, and yaks are used in Tibet. So in our country also camels, bullocks, horse, these animals are used. So there are four major means of transports. You must remember the roadways, railways, waterways and airways. So these four means of transports are there. So most common means of transport is roadways. Okay, so they can be metalled or not unmetalled. Okay, so metalled is like this. It is in this pebbles are used, rocks, cement are used for making metal road, and unmetalled road are generally it is used for soil. Okay, means it is called kacha sadak, and that is called pakka sadak. Okay, means that is metal road and that is unmetalled. So it means that that is most common roads. Okay, so in our country, NH7, NH44, so these are the common roadways. Okay, so in our country, longest road is it is from Kanyakumari to Kashmir, that is NH44, but earlier it was NH7. Now it is connected with NH44. So in current time, NH44 is the longest roadway. Okay, longest road. So roads have also been built in terrain like desert, forest and even high mountains. And Manali Leh highway in Himalayan mountain is one of the highest roadways in the world. And roads built underground are called subways or underpaths. Okay, means suppose that in this way, if roads are made, so underground roads are known as subways or underpaths. It is also called underpaths. Next is railway. So the railway carry heavy goods and people over long distances quickly and cheaply, because you have seen that in trains many bogies are connected, so that many people are going at one time at once. Means immediately if you want to go anywhere, so most of the people are choosing railways. So the invention of the steam engine and industrial revolution helped in the speedy development in the rail transport. And after some time, diesel and electric engines have largely replaced the steam engines. So in places, super fast trains have been introduced to make the journey faster. Nowadays super fast trains are running on the rails, and metro trains are also there. So the railway network is well developed over the plain areas. Advanced technology skills have enabled line of railway lines in difficult mountain terrains also. So you must remember here, so railway tracks are there. So on these railway tracks, trains are running. So Indian railway network is well developed and it is the largest in Asia. So our Indian railway network is largest in Asia. And the Trans-Siberian Railway is the longest railway system connecting the St. Petersburg to Western Russia. St. Petersburg to Western Russia. Okay, so St. Petersburg, to Russia. Longest railway network is Trans-Siberian. So it is longest in the world. Now next is waterways. Okay, so we have already learnt that since early days waterways were used for transportation, and waterways are the cheapest for carrying heavy and bulky goods over long distances. So nowadays also ships are used. Okay, so ships are used. So ships are used. So you have seen in many ships which is floating or running in water. So they are mainly of two types. In means waterways are of two types. Inlays. First is inlays waterways, and second is sea route. Okay, inland waterways and sea routes. So two types of routes are there. Okay, so inland waterways and sea routes, especially navigable rivers and lakes are used as inland waterways. Some of the important inland waterways are Ganga Brahmaputra river system, the Great Lakes of North America, and the river Nile in Africa. So these are the important waterways. These are the example of inland waterways. And sea routes and oceanic routes are mostly used for transporting merchandise and also goods from one country to another. Especially many goods are transported one country to another through inland waterways, and these routes are connected with the ports. So some of the important ports of the world are Singapore. Okay, some important ports are Singapore, Mumbai, New York, Los Angeles, and Los Angeles in North America, and Rio de Janeiro in South America. Rio de Janeiro in South America, and next is Durban and Cape Town. So these are the important ports. So one important is in Australia is also Sydney, and Rotterdam in Europe. Last one is Rotterdam. So these are the example of important ports. So you must understand here. Next is airways. So this is the fastest way of transport developed in early 20th century, and it is also the most expensive due to high cost of fuels. So as you are knowing that air traffic is adversely affected by the bad weather like fog and storms. So it is only mode of transport to reach the most remote and distant areas, especially where there are no roads and there are no railways. Okay, means through aeroplane, sorry, by aeroplane, we are going longer distances. Okay, so with the help of aeroplane we are going longer distances. So these are the costly means of transport because fuel is used here mostly there, means that fuel which is used here, that is maximum, and also it is costly. Especially helicopters and aeroplanes are the means of airways. These are the examples. And in odd condition, just like if natural calamity will be there, so the people are doing means government is doing rescue and at the time of rescuing people and distributing food, water, cloths and medicines, them helicopters are used. So some of the important means it has also airports. So some important airports are Delhi, okay, Delhi, Mumbai, New York, London, Paris, okay, Frankfurt, and Cairo. So these are the important airports. So our last topic is communication, and I will tell you in next class. Thank you.